This crazy cycle continued until Dad had an affair. His marriage trust account at that point became publicly bankrupt, though he would be the last to recognize it or admit it. For the next 19 years, their marriage had the same cycle, but without the honeymoon. There was only tension with underlying manipulation and the periodic trigger and blow up. Thinking maybe they could have a fresh start, they changed churches and a few years later moved to a different area of the country. However, Dad believed he only needed to ask God for forgiveness, not anyone else. For the rest of their marriage, Dad's infidelity hung in the air, privately discussed on a regular basis by the children still living at home. Dad obviously had no comprehension of bankrupt relationships. And after 32 years of marriage, Mom read Dr. James Dobson's newest book, Love Must Be Tough. She made the mistake of letting it lay out on the table in plain sight. Dad noticed it, renamed the book Love Must Be Hate, then tore it up and threw it in the wastebasket. Mom bought another copy and privately finished reading it. God used this book in my mom's life to give her a new understanding of relationships. For the first time in her marriage, she began viewing herself as worthy of respect and dignity. 6 years later, a series of events happened suddenly in the house, prompting Mom to call 911. Out of great fear of Dad, Mom moved out and got her own apartment. For the next 3 months, Dad showed signs he was willing to face reality and change, but eventually he decided it's too much work, and he returned to his firm belief that everyone else was the problem. Mom filed for divorce in their 39th year, telling me she was not willing to pretend any longer. She was not willing to be Dad's slave. With Dad's emotions entirely shut down, he seemed to have infinite capacity to pretend that everything was fine. Most of my attempts to dialogue with Dad after the divorce resulted in him pushing me away with the same 4 words, just forget the past. This pattern continued to his dying day 26 years later.
Oh, Dan, that's a tragic story. But there are some helpful life principles we can pull from it. One of them is that bankruptcy, whether it's financial or relational, always happens the same way, gradually and then suddenly.